Hi, this is Fix My Fibro and my name's Bernadette. So in this video, I want to talk about a condition that we often have as a symptom, but it's not generally recognised as a fibromyalgia symptom. And I want to relate it back to where and what is causing it and why it happens. And that is lower urinary tract sensitivity, or it's known medically as LUTS, L-U-T-S. And what that means is an oversensitive bladder. And it means urge frequency, where you just go to the toilet constantly. Loss of urine, where you actually discharge urine because your bladder is so oversensitive. So you have, you sort of wet yourself a little bit. And it also can cause things like bedwetting and more severe issues relating to the bladder. So it's really not recognised as a fibromyalgia symptom, but it is actually related to histamine. And histamine or histamine intolerance is part of our issue relating to the underlying MCAS or mast cell activation that we have, and low activity of our DAO, D-amine oxidase enzyme, that has been proven now. So I don't have to sit there trying to prove it prove it to you. There are research papers, and it's well accepted now that DAO, low DAO levels are seen in fibromyalgics, and histamine sensitivity and the inability to process histamines. So if you're having histamines in your diet and you will not be able to process them, and that's what gives you a lot of your symptoms relating to your fibromyalgia. So LUTS, or this lower urinary tract sensitivity, is caused because there's a fair degree of histamine receptors located around the bladder. So when you have an excess of histamines in your body and it's causing you to be itchy, it's causing you to be wheezing, it's causing you to have migraines, it's causing your eyes to be itchy, you're having this overwhelming histamine attack, it can also cause you to wee yourself, whether it's in bed, whether it's walking around, and for you to have to go to the toilet constantly, because your bladder is oversensitized to the histamines that are in excess in your body, and it's stimulating your receptors and causing these symptoms. So if you have this bladder issue, if you have this urge frequency issue, that's what's causing it. It's a histamine issue. The only way to manage it is to take DAO supplements, and they're available online. There is even a fibromyalgia version of it now online called Fibro DAO that just has the DAO enzyme and magnesium added in. But there is another one called DAO Food, and that one actually has some extra additional items in it, a few extra little things, that are in the molecule or in the capsule, that will allow you to have the DAO enzyme. I take the DAO Food one. I've never tried the DAO Fibro. It's only just come out, or the Fibro DAO version. But the issue is you need to be supplementing with this DAO enzyme. You buy it online. You take it 15 minutes before food. If you're eating any histamines, or just as a daily medicine to manage your histamines. If you eat a low histamine diet, you don't need to take it with every meal. But if you're going to have a meal that contains histamines or a decent level of histamines, things like high-fat dairy, pineapple, tomato, kiwi fruit, there's other histamines as well that, not shellfish, sorry, that's a purine. If you have high histamines in a meal, having something with cream in it, a dessert, you can actually take up to 3 of these tablets prior to a meal to help manage the amount of histamines that you're adding into your body, because your body, because of this, our genetic issue with our mast cells and then popping open, they let out histamine. So we're letting off histamine in our body all the time, and that is what's causing this excess symptoms to be happening, because we just can't process the histamine out of our body. So start some supplementation, and it will make the world of difference, and will stop these urge frequency issues with relation to your bladder and the bladder sensitivity caused by histamines.